Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome back to our Chaos Theory miniseries in Jurassic World Evolution 2. I am very excited for today's session, folks, as we continue our adventure and hopefully, if all goes well, finally add the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I might get distracted en route in adding some sauropods, but I am pretty hell-bent on getting the T-Rex added this session, get a new enclosure set up over here, maybe adjust the route of the park tour, and ensure that the T-Rex can be seen in all its glory. I think the reasons for chasing after the T-Rex so urgently might be pretty self-evident, apart from it being an objective. I'm also very excited to see the T-Rex, in action. I want to see how the devs have, just realized them. So very excited to get the T-Rex, hopefully sooner rather than later. As I take care of some very quick management stuff over here, folks, just want to make quick mention of the fact that, as always, if you've been enjoying this series, if you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. I say it all the time because it does make a very big difference to how I approach content on the channel. I take a look at the number of likes and comments to get a quick read on what series people are interested in seeing, what I should keep going, what I should pick up the pace on, what I should slow down. So, do keep that in mind. By leaving a like and a comment down below, you do give me a good indication of what you're interested in. And beyond that as well, I do read all of the comments. So if you have any thoughts, opinions, suggestions, anything to point out, whether it's something I've missed or something you think I'll find interesting, go for it. Leave it in the comments down below. I will come across it, I will read it, and I will try and integrate it however it might be possible, if it makes sense to, of course. I do try my best, but at times some things don't necessarily align with what I'm trying to do or what I'm trying to I guess, accomplish, and I do keep that in mind, as well as, of course, your suggestions as well. But, for example, what we're doing right now is a bit of an adaptation of some comments that I received, not just in the previous episode, but in episodes prior as well, where now we have our Rangers, actually both sets of Rangers, going out and tackling separate sets of tasks, hopefully keeping the status checks happening more often, and stopping the, the constant need to just wait to see how our various dinosaurs are doing. Now, we're doing decently by and large, but every once in a while, I'm not exactly sure how a dinosaur is feeling, what's going on, so this should help us keep an eye on them for sort of more consistently, I suppose I should say. Now, as I send the tranquilizing team out, they're called the capture team, but they don't really do the capturing, do they? They just do the tranking. The transport team is doing the actual capture, but my my pedantics aside, just want to make quick mention of one more thing, folks, as it is the first session of a new month. I can't believe it's December already. Bear with me as I mention my once a month mention of becoming a channel member or patron. If you've been really enjoying this series, and you've been enjoying content on the channel in general, then I humbly request that you perhaps consider becoming a channel patron through Patreon, or if you'd rather not use a third-party service, then you consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button that is in the, well, it's right below the video on the right-hand side, I believe. Links to both Patreon and membership are also in the description down below if you would rather use the actual links themselves. Again, it is not an obligation. That's why I try not to mention it too often. I leave it at once a month. It is not an obligation. There is no pressure. It does help support the channel, though. It does help support long-running series and Let's Plays and things like that, especially. So, if again, you can think of it like a Twitch subscription or like a Netflix subscription, I suppose. The content on here will always be free, though, but it's just a way to support the channel and make sure that it, it can stay sustainable. Let's put it that way. But like I said, no pressure, no obligation. So don't feel that way. All right, moving on from all that, just a quick reminder: oh dear Lord, look, even when I look up pronunciations, it's one thing to look up pronunciations and know how to say something. It's another thing to say it smoothly in the middle of a sentence, especially terms that you don't use on a regular basis. So that was a suggestion I got, and it's like I do try to familiarize myself as best as possible. But some of these things, I'm never going to be able to say this quickly. But that aside, these guys are a little lonely. We do need to get a second Euplocephalus. Euplocephalus. Sure, I think that's close. That's close. We do need to get a second one. We have them ready for incubation. I am wondering, actually, about just how many of them we want to get out. Well, there's only the one viable egg this time around. I think that should be enough, because if memory serves me right, they are a minimum population of 2, and we don't want to overcrowd them either. Where do I want to go for this? Over to here? No, over to... Right, I keep forgetting. It's again, I've mentioned this countless times. It's weird to me Can I really not check their minimum population now because I can't I can't set more to incubate? I think so. I'm not going to just install an upgrade for the sake of being able to check. I'm pretty sure their minimum population is 2. There's got to be another way to see this information. This is fossils. We could go over to the Jurassic World database, and I suppose over here we have to scroll to find the right dinosaur. I mean, I imagine this is in alphabetical order, so we should be looking somewhere up over here. There we go. And over here it tells us a lot of information, but it doesn't actually tell us minimum number. It's just silly to me that it's not organized in a centralized location, right? Again, so familiar I am with Zoopedia and how convenient that is. I'm just going to go with my confidence that 2 is the number. If we need more, I mean, we'll have to set up another batch anyway, right? Now, it is quite expensive, if I'm not mistaken. These guys are needy as well. Affects the whole territory if it's the alpha, which is unfortunate. I mean, do I want to dump this one and try and synthesize another batch and hope for better traits? And they're tolerant and they're resilient as well. Plus 30% environmental needs, plus 30% dominance. That plus 30% dominance is very scary. Many of you have pointed out in the comments as well, so it does make me quite nervous too. But it doesn't look like... Can I not... I can discard all eggs. Again, it's just not in that select eggs menu. You know what? Sure, let's go ahead and discard these eggs. Yes, it's a bit of wasted money, a bit of wasted time, but I think it's the right call. It's not like every time we synthesize a dinosaur, we have to get a set out, right? Now, over here is where I can actually check. Where are we? Not here, but here. Minimum population 2. All right, cool. And let's keep it at a minimum. We don't want to have more... cohabitation issues when they're not absolutely necessary, which is, you know, almost never. And I'll touch on that a bit more in just a moment. We have our resilience modified in. We have modified their social or intolerance out, I believe, was a problem. They had quite a few problems, didn't they? But this should be fine. All that has saved, so we can pull back and go ahead and get these guys going, so we can hopefully get at least one more. Oh, are you kidding me? Pollard is not feeling too good. All right, fine, fair enough. Let's go ahead and rest Pollard up first then. One thing pulling me away after another. Pollard, go ahead and rest. And you know what, Bean, let's go ahead and rest you as well. Little tight on cash. And just as a reminder, the research for the T-Rex costs 2 million, and that's part of the reason why we haven't gone there just quite yet. All right, let's go ahead and hit play so we can move through the rest over here and start making some more money and trank these dinosaurs and actually get them back to you know, to full health and all that. But one thing I want to touch on is, apart from this guy being lonely, we of course have had trouble with the Triceratops over here being a little unhappy because of cohabitation issues. Now, oh my god, that looks terrifying. That looks terrifying. Now, some of you pointed out that it's usually an issue only when they're sharing space with dinosaurs that they dislike. And I don't think... Oh, okay, he got tranked. I was like, what happened there? He got tranked is what happened. Really quickly, if we go over to here, yes, you'll see that they only share space with other dinosaurs that they don't really have an opinion on. They don't like them, they don't dislike them, so that's not what's going on. I think it's just because there are maybe a few too many of them in such a tight space, and they're just not having a good time. That's what it seems like. And I suppose, it's not at a problematic level just quite yet. So I'm okay with it. If it gets too high, if it was too high, I obviously would not be as okay with it, and I would create a separate enclosure. But because it's not too high, because it's within a reasonable limits, and they're still comfortable, I think I'm okay with their situation right now. Maybe I'll adjust my course as, you know, more dinosaurs in this enclosure start to die off. Maybe I'll adjust how we fill this enclosure out, but it's good to know that the Triceratops have already kind of reached their limit up over there. You have a laceration, your health is rather low. This guy being taken over, his health is, well, I can't see it now. This guy over here, health is 100. So the Pachyrhinosaurus is definitely more of a priority as far as getting it healed is concerned. Meanwhile, down over here, we are able to, no, not just quite yet. These guys still have some time left. And money's looking good. Money's looking good. Our appeal and our rating is looking pretty good as well, though I suppose we could do something to improve it a bit further. Amenities looks like Food and drink coverage has dropped a little bit. I mean, it's one of those things where I feel like I'm being asked to just dump a bunch of these things wherever there's the slightest red mark, you know? It's like, oh, we have a red mark over here, I should just dump an amenity, dump a shelter over here just cuz. It just feels a little clunky to me that way. Over here as well, like there's no shelters up over here. I wonder if I like attach this path more directly, if this shelter will give access. It's worth a shot before we, do something more drastic, I suppose. I want to go ahead and pull you out like so. I would like to try and keep it parallel to that theater. Hook you up like that, and let's see what that does for this access here. Nothing, eh? I mean, I wonder if I pull this out and down as well, if that would do anything for us. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and take a look at the synthesis of more of the Euplocephalus. I'm not sure if it's a hard C or a soft C anymore. Go ahead and assign some scientists over here. Let's get, who do we need? We need faster synthesis from Pollard, and we could use Makubuya, our genetic specialist, as well. And we'll get him to rest after this so that he's available for the next set of synthesis as well. Start the task over here. It'll go by pretty quickly. And as that's happening, I just want to touch on one more thing, which is that many of you were pointing out that we can get storm protection for quite a few buildings. It's not for all of them, but there are quite a few buildings out there that you can get storm protection for as an upgrade. I'm just not sure. If any of the... There we go, storm defense it's called, sorry. I'm not sure if any of the really important buildings have access to storm defense. Like, it's not like the... let's say our small substation over here is able to get storm defense. And those are the really important places where I would invest in storm defense. Now, again, any place that's protected from the storm is saving us money. If it doesn't get damaged, it doesn't need to be repaired. I just don't think it's that urgent, that pressing, considering our financial situation right now. We have needy on this one, so this one's being left behind. No traits on this one, but I would rather that than not have... Well, I'd rather that than have negative traits, I think, even though tolerant would be nice. Let's go ahead and wait. I suppose we don't have enough staff available right now. We could look at training someone. Or is our staff center over here? Go ahead and train up who? Makubuya, are you resting? Now you are. Let's go ahead and get... What do we... I mean... It's tough sometimes. It's tough sometimes. Because it's like, well, do I want to amplify what they're already good at? Or do I want to chase something they're mediocre at, that they'd only ever end up mediocre at. And in a case like this with Kuri, like he's already got 2 logistics out of a max of 4, 0 welfare out of a max of 4. Should I try and catch welfare up to logistics so he's a bit more versatile, or should I double down on logistics so he's like potentially the only person we need for logistics-based research and tasks? This always throws me off. Now, again, we can't actually train him right now because we haven't got that level researched, but just as an example, I'm saying. Either way, let's leave it at that for now. We'll wait until some of the rest is done, and we'll wait until this Triceratops is done being taken care of. Then we can go ahead and do this incubation at the same time as getting our buddy down over here, our Pachyrhinosaurus, over to... Let's move you over to here. Maybe try and spread them out a little bit. I don't think that's going to make an actual difference because their territory basically spreads across the whole space. And as that's happening, go ahead and select this egg for incubation. Get, who was it? Issa. Yep. It'll take 1 minute and 24 seconds. Nobody else really has any medical skill whatsoever. Makes us kind of reliant on Issa a bit more than I'd like. Specifically at times when we are, trying to do these specific tasks at the same time. It's a very specific scenario, obviously. A very specific scenario. Money's still looking good, 2.3 mil. Oh, what's going on over here? I thought we had all these guys tranked already, but I could be mistaken. You are still tranked for another 6 minutes. You are ready to move. As I'm pretty sure this is now clear. It is indeed. Let's go ahead and get... again, Issa is the one we need down over here. Issa is the one we need. Nobody else can do it. So can I not just transport... Can't, eh? I was hoping I could just transport the dinosaur over. Oh, transporting the dinosaur without ascending staff means yes. Okay, excellent. I could have sworn I remembered that pop-up in the past, and I was like, just not remembering exactly when it comes up. I guess this guy will be done in 40 seconds, and then we can get Issa working on the healthcare over here, and we'll be a-okay. Oh, by the way, it's also been pointed out that there is this kind of like dead spot over here as far as coverage is concerned. We've done a decent enough job, I think, of getting coverage up over here. You're right, though. I mean, again, we don't have amenities up over here. It just seems a little silly to me that it counts for so much because, again, the game itself asked us to start developing down over here, but I suppose I could establish a couple of amenities up over here. It doesn't hurt us, right? We could get a small spot to grab some food. We'll need to get some power generation up over here as well. Why don't we go ahead and do what? I would like the space to look nice still. Let's take a look at... okay, let's just quickly take a... Well, actually, no, we have a dinosaur that's rather lonely, so why don't we go ahead and release our Euplocephalus. I figure it's the same animation, just from a different camera angle is what's going on. Still worth a rewatch, at least a couple times. This is actually our first, I think, nighttime release. Twilight release, perhaps. Good stuff. Again, there was an excellent suggestion from the comments to make this second sort of layer over here. Not my own idea. Great suggestion. Like I say, I do read all the comments and I do pay them heed and mind to get an idea of ways I can, you know, improve the viewing experience. What do we have over here? Let's go ahead and assign Issa now. You are free. Let's get you on it. And we'll it'll be some time still before we need more incubation or synthesis or anything going on, right? What do I want to do here? You're getting tranked. We're going to move you in right afterwards. Come on now, get the job done here quickly. And then we can go back to establishing some stuff up over there, right? Down you go. And let's shift you over to here. Let's do it. And we'll check on their status as well. We'll check on their status as well. I wish you could see how popular... I mean, can you see how popular the tour is? Kind of. You can see how many people are using it, desired by it. Yeah. These numbers aren't all that impressive, really. I would expect it to be in the hundreds. Overall, we're in the hundreds, but I would expect it to be in the hundreds, you know, individually, I suppose. Maybe once we get, like, the T-Rex and stuff, people will be a bit more interested. Looks like we have some issues over here. Infected food source. Okay, well, that's obviously not ideal. Let's go ahead and get Ranger Team 2. Taking a look at that. Disinfect this nonsense. And I thought I saw... Yeah, we gotta get a vet down over here as well, right? Again, I feel like these icons need to be over top of foliage and stuff like that. Just kind of like, I don't know, UX 101 in my opinion. One man's opinion, right? Not gospel, but it just feels like one of these things is more important than the other. I would rather see the warning signs than the trees, I suppose. I'll go ahead and send the Pachyrhinosaurus back down over here as well. And now we have our buddy up over here who is still tranked. And as soon as the pickup happens over here, disease contracted. Okay, we'll take a look at that. I thought I noticed that these guys are susceptible to hookworm, so I'm sure we have more and more possible diseases. Oh no, I don't like that. The timing on that is indicative. Alright, Issa, I know you're a little upset. Bear with me here. One last task, and then we'll give you a break. Alright, where is the disease? Down over here. E. coli. Not ideal. Looks like we're going to have to do some research over here then. Over to medicine. E. coli, dark treatment. And let's get who involved here. Makubuya, sure, and Kuri for the cheaper research. And somebody we need for that last. No space available. Oh, wow. That's funny. That's unfortunate, because Kuri's cheaper research is nice, but Bean is the only person who had... Well, I guess I could do Makubuya and Uskar does the trick. Reduces time by a little bit, not as good as having cheaper research, but I guess it's not that expensive a task anyway this time around, so fair enough, not the end of the world. But these guys will need to heal shortly. As soon as we can. This is not a storm, it's just raining. It scared me for a second. I was like, wait, how did I not notice? But no, it's not a storm, it is just raining. Alright, looking good, looking good. Things are looking pretty good. These guys are out of fuel, but that's okay. Up over here, right, so what was I planning? So, guest, small amenities, what is our... Oh yeah, we can put some stuff down over there. I just feel like the more we expand over here, you know, we'll still have trouble over here. It's a little unfortunate, but you know what, a gift shop out over here makes sense. Just on your way out, a quick spot to grab a drink and some food. I guess that all makes sense, right? Why don't we go ahead and pop this down. Let's see, can we fit you over here? Nothing can fit over there. So, go ahead and put you down over here. right? Don't tab me over, please. Get you down over here for some food on your way out, like so. Now let's go ahead and get another one down over here for drinks, right across from the food. Sure. Need to get power over here as well, of course. Get the pylon pulling up from where? Where is our... Actually, I wonder if I couldn't get a repeater. A little too far away. Alright, so the pylon from over here can pull up. Constructed, of course, over this way. Going outside the build area. Fair enough. Fair enough. What's our reach over here? Guess you can do this kind of a thing. It looks kind of hideous, truth be told. If I pop you down like so, and then pop you down like so. Sure. Covers them all, I believe. That should do the trick. And hopefully it covers our amenity gap a bit further. Helps us make a bit more money too. Research is done, it seems like, so why don't we go ahead and get the vet coming through and getting these guys healed up. There we go. Didn't take too long to get that done. We shouldn't have any more deaths over here. I feel pretty good about last session, by the way. We did recover quite well last session. I feel like this session so far as well has gone quite well. Yes, we have a couple of issues here and there with the upset rhinos, but at least we've taken care of the loneliness, for example. We're on top of all the health concerns and stuff like that, so feeling pretty good overall, actually. Go ahead and fill this up. Let's go ahead and transport the Triceratops over to this end of the enclosure as well. Low health. Where? Low health, where? Is it these guys down over here? Well, these guys are being taken care of right now. Oh, looks like the low health has been taken care of as well. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. By the way, I want to just state again, because I feel like maybe I wasn't clear about it in the past, but the hotel Windows model, however you want to put it, doesn't actually make a difference as to where people are able to see. There's just a radius around the hotel that determines what they can and cannot see, and as long as dinosaurs are within that radius, they'll have seen those dinosaurs. It doesn't matter if, which side, it doesn't matter what the model actually looks like. So, as much as I would like for it to matter, unfortunately that's not the case, but it would have been nice if, yeah, it's like, oh, you have viewing angles specifically from the patios and the decks and stuff like that, but it's no such thing. So you're more concerned with the rotation of the building rather than the actual function of the building. You just need it to fit as opposed to, do its best, as it were, if that makes sense, because its best is always the same as long as you've popped it down within a certain area. Now with these guys built and powered up, let's take a quick look at our, amenity coverage is looking good. Oh, I'll probably need some restrooms up over here, sure. Excellent, that does make these sort of balance out a bit more nicely. So over to our guest restroom, pop you down over here. And that should hopefully cover all of our bases further up over there. I could take a look at other, attractions. I have been tempted to research some stuff, well beyond the game's minimum, suggested attractions and stuff. Where are, there we go, attractions. We could chase after, what does this give us? More guest attraction modules. That's all it says. Same thing over here. Cost 500k. Additional configuration options for guest attractions. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something like another ride. I guess we don't have access to them because, the Jurassic Park era films didn't have any of those weird rides that the Jurassic World era films have, I suppose. Either way, at 3.8 million, I think we're safe to research the T-Rex. Why don't we go ahead and do exactly that? The Megalosaurus is also available through the Carnivores 5. So just a note there. My buddy's disgruntled. We should give him a break soon, right? Get Bean on here. Get Curry on here for that cheaper research. We get down from what, 2 million to significantly less. Fast math. And oh, we actually don't have enough. What is that? Genetics research? Damn, okay, so Bean is abandoned, Makubuya gets involved, and we're still short. Really? Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm glad I left some of this training aside, because here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and give Issa a break over here, rest up, and why don't we go ahead and improve... who should we improve the genetics capabilities of? I suppose Pollard is not a bad idea, or Makabuya actually. Makabuya can go all the way up to 10. Sure. Let's go ahead and train up your genetics capabilities. Confirm that. Can't recall if that's enough or if we need one more actually. In which case we'll upgrade Pollard over to our research. Over to our carnivores 5. Want cheaper research. Get Makabuya, Pollard, Usker. Yeah, we do need one more. Damn. Alright, fair enough. Back over to our staff center. Let's train Pollard's genetics capabilities up as well. There you go. Confirm that. We might want to actually get the next level of upgrades available too, just so we can start pushing these scientists even further up. But first things first, let's get Carnivores 5. Sorry. Where are we? Makabuya, Pollard, Kuri, Usker. So from 2 million to 1.4 million, that's not a bad, price reduction thanks to the cheaper research over here. But as basically all of our scientists busy right now. Start the task, get the job done. It'll take 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Wow, okay, everyone's busy for a very long time now. For a very long time. While that's happening, why don't we go ahead and make some adjustments over here. I'd rather keep busy by performing tasks rather than waiting for, rather than doubling up speed or something like that, So what I want to do over here is what I'm concerned about over here is, well, I guess I won't be able to see the T-Rex because I technically don't have its genome unlocked, so I won't be able to see just how much, what kind of fencing it needs, and that's my one concern here, is that we will need the heavy fence for security rating 5. I wonder if we can get away with 4 for starters. Staff is busy right now. We need an engineering skill, I'll call it, because that's what comes to mind over here, of 9. I don't know if our last free scientist is able to stack those up. Well, no, Bean has actually already been upgraded. And she already has logistics is what it is. That's not the icon I associate with logistics, but she already has a logistics of 7 maxed out. Okay, fair enough. We'll just have to wait a little bit, and maybe we can upgrade the fences afterwards, because if I'm not mistaken, that is an option. If I'm not mistaken, you can kind of go in and highlight fences to upgrade them afterwards. I suppose I could test over here. Well, perhaps I am mistaken. Well, that's a little... Oh, there we go. Replace on. There we go. I remember from the early access sessions that you were able to replace them, and I just forgot about the little toggle over here, I suppose. Okay, so we'll put down level 4 for now, and maybe we'll be okay. Maybe we'll be okay. How big do we want the space to be, right? I think something like this would be quite nice. They're a big dinosaur. They do require quite a bit of space, I imagine. Let's go ahead and place you down over here. I would like the path to come down over here as well, right? And get maybe a viewing gallery or viewing angle over here. Maybe a viewing angle over here, or perhaps down over here instead. All right, we'll see. So why don't we first get the path going? Now this, we're going to need to build some more amenities and stuff, of course. Go ahead and pull you down. Let's send you a bit further up in case I want to get a viewing gallery over here. Let's pull you down like this. Down we go. Move you over this way. Now I wonder if... the vehicle is going to come through. Are people going to be able to see from the vehicle anyway? I mean, the viewing radius is not insignificant, but it doesn't take them that far in, right? I wonder if I want to actually send the vehicle closer, or if I make it like that one, the one viewing spot, for the T-Rex where the ambush happens, if you want to call it that. A little different, obviously, from what it was actually like in the movies. More than a little different, I should say. But let's go ahead and move this path as close as possible so that we can get the fence as close as possible as well, right? Go ahead and do that kind of a thing. Yeah, do that kind of a thing, and then we'll go right back down over here, I think. And then we'll get another viewing gallery. We could also pull this a little bit further over. Probably not a bad idea. Like so. And then we'll get it over to like the sauropods and stuff, right? And whatever we decide to put in over here in the middle. But let's go ahead and pull down over here, perhaps. That's a fair bit of space, I think. I don't know, right? It is the T-Rex, so this might not be enough space. But we have enough room to shift over if we need to, is part of the plan as well, if need be. Viewing galleries cannot be put down first, I don't think, but I'm just trying to get an idea of how much room we need here. I wonder if I could put you down first, actually. If I do this kind of a thing, pop you down first, just to experiment here. Pop you down first. Now let's go ahead and pop another one down. Getting kind of expensive, but we're still okay. Get another viewing gallery down over here like so. Good angle, I would say. Decent angle, at least. Pop you down like... let's say, sure, so. Again, we can always move the building afterwards if necessary, right? This guy will be able to connect. Yeah, we'll be fine. But let's take a look at the fencing. Park rating and profit has grown by 8% this month. Good stuff. No power. That's these buildings. No worries. We'll get power here soon enough. Over to our fencing. Level 4 for starters. Can I? Yes, I can. Pull you down in here. Yeah, see, this is a little unfortunate. Don't love the shape we're going to have over here. Okay, that's actually, yeah, not the worst, not the worst. All right, cool. There we go. A slight curve is nicer than, like, the hard edges, I think. I'll pull you over like so. Yeah, alright, alright. Do that. Can I go ahead and pull down from here instead? Yes, I can. Yeah, that's significantly nicer as far as a process is concerned. I feel so much more in control with this enclosure, you know? What if I pull back? We need another viewing gallery, maybe somewhere down over here. But I could potentially... Nah, let's keep it like this. Here. A little rounded corner is fine, but let's keep it like that. Up over here, let's go ahead and try... Oh, can we curve it? Nice. Not nice. That's not nice. In fact, that's rather hideous. Rather hideous. Research is done. Alright, so as the research is done, let's go ahead and get an expedition going next. Oh, we've actually run out of power on some other fencing as well. I'll need to take a look at that. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the T-Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Where can I find me some T-Rex genome? This is a learning experience of its own. Wait, what? Am I here too early? No. What have I got wrong over here? Over to research, over to carnivores. Carnivores 5 is done. Unlock the T-Rex. We should be able to go out on these expeditions. Actually, one thing I do need to do perhaps is empty out some more fossils. Probably not a bad idea. Make a quick buck perhaps. We only have room for what, 6 more fossils? Should be fine. I mean, the other option, of course, is to actually upgrade the science center, right? We have the fossil storage upgrade for 500k. Isn't a terrible idea, actually. Also improve our extraction capacity. 500k, yeah, we got money. Sure, let's do that. It's nice to actually see the models update as well. But hold on, over to the... Wait, what if I take a look at our upgrades over here? Improved yield. For 75k, that's not a bad upgrade. Go ahead and view the expedition map. What am I missing as far as the T-Rex is concerned? What am I missing as far as the T-Rex is concerned? I'm not... Why is it crossed out? Why is it crossed out? It didn't even occur to me to check the ones that are crossed out because, well, they're crossed out. That's what I was thinking. I was so sure the Frenchman Formation was in Canada, but I was like, okay, I guess it's in Europe. You know, the other place to find a Frenchman is, yes, where my head went. Oh, money, that's why it's crossed out. This one's 2 million. This one's 2 million. Is it just like a warning sign? Yeah, no, I can't go to them. Requirements. We have them? We meet them? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll wait until we get a little bit more money going, and then we'll take a look at what's going on. Synthesize, incubate, and release the T-Rex. We'll take a look. We'll get there. Right, but I noticed the power issues over here as well. So why don't we go ahead and increase the power output from this guy as well. Get this upgrade going. Increased output. 250,000. Well worth it, I think. And that should solve the issue over here, yes. Now let's get our fencing continuing over here. Pull this up. We can go... Oh, come on. How's that obstructed? We're like in line, basically. I can't break the snapping... Come on. Oh, come on, game. Why you do me like this, man? Never forget that I did that. There, do this. Sure. That's the way I gotta do it, and that's the way I gotta do it. Let it be. Get you over to here. Go ahead and get the subtle curve here. Like so. And like... Well, can't go that far. Go ahead and pull up from here. Up we go. Up we go, and... over, like so. Beauty! I think that'll work quite nicely. We still need a path connection down over here. Easy enough. And we need to bring power down over here. So let's go ahead and get the pylon over here pulling down. Like so. And I wonder if I get the this connection down over here. I wonder if I can get substations. Let's see. Let's try it. Worth a shot, right? Obstructed, not enough room. Ah, that's too bad. It's what I expected. Truth be told, it's what I expected. All right, fair enough. Not a problem, because we can just go ahead and move you over to here instead. Go ahead and place you like this, so it's nice and clean. Cleanish. Clean enough. Yeah, pop you down like that. Back to our pylons. Bring this out like so. I think this will look quite nice. Pop you down like that. Go ahead and hook this up here. And get this guy coming out this way, I think. And we'll establish like amenities and stuff over here as well, right? So it's not like these pylons are wasted per se. Go ahead and pop you down over here. And I do wonder if I need more power. I think I do. Power usage is through the roof. Let's go ahead and temporarily add some fuel over here. And let's establish another source of power. I mean, we have room down over here. We could also instead take a look at researching higher, like larger power stations, but we'd have to do some research if we wanted to do that. We don't have a park rating at 3.5, really. I need to construct at least 5 operational substations. Okay, listen. I'm okay. Storm defense we don't necessarily need, I don't think. Though, you know what? Having storm defense for our power stations makes some sense, because if they get knocked out, then we, you know, we don't power our fences. There is something to think about there. Something I'll maybe take into consideration. But why don't we, for now, go ahead and put this this facility down over here, like, well, like so. Trying to like kind of tuck it away, you know, if possible. Pop you down like that, sure. Get the path. Oh, fine. Let's go ahead and hook you up, I guess. There you go. We'll put buildings down and stuff, and we'll adjust this later on as necessary. Let's go ahead and get this path coming out this way. This path coming out this way. Hook you up like so. Cool. Once that's done, we should have enough power for the entire park again. Go ahead and hook you up like so. Good stuff. And we'll get amenities and restrooms and stuff taken care of soon as well. I don't like that this is not perfectly parallel, but look, it's because the angle of this path is up like this, and this didn't want to snap perfect. Like, it was either snapping or being too much of an angle, and neither of those worked out nicely, so we're here instead. We're here instead. This thing's almost done. Okay, so what's up with this expedition? We're at 3.3 million. I understand why I can't go to this one. Why are you crossed out? Alright. Curious. Let's wait until this power station is done. Maybe we'll wait until all of our issues are gone. Maybe wait until we have a bit more money, and then we can get the T-Rex coming. Synthesize, incubate, and release. No weird tricks in that statement. Maybe it's because we don't have enough space for fossils. That doesn't make any sense to me, for the record. Doesn't make any sense to me. But why don't we go ahead and get some work done here, I suppose. The Dryosaurus. Like a little bit of everything over here, isn't there? Got a couple for the raptor. Sure. Whatever spread will use up some of these fossils, I guess, and make us a little bit of money too. Cost 50k, we'll make some of it back. Go ahead and assign... Where is it? Oscar? Sure. I don't think that's what'll make the difference, but hey, it's worth a shot. Man, I thought we had it timed pretty perfectly. We would have had the expedition completed and back with fossils potentially already extracted by the time we finished building our little enclosure over here. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. I do feel like we'll have to pull this back a little bit. It looks like a lot of space for the T-Rex, but I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. What's up, game? What's going on here? Well, yeah, I'm aware of this. I'm aware of that. I'm aware of this. That all makes sense. Scientists are capable enough. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. I know what it is. I don't think we have 3 scientists who have logistics up at 13. I think that's what it is. Over to Staff Center, view scientists. If we go with who are our highest logistics, so we got Bean 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's what it is. We don't have enough logistics. That's what it is. All right, cool. I'm glad I figured that out because now I can work towards solving it. Over to our, Staff Center. Can I do it through here? Research required. Oh, come on. The game's been so good at like taking you right to the module you need to actually research. Typically. That's fine. Over to research, over to our, what would it be? Not guest comfort, not infra. Maybe it is infrastructure? Yeah, staff improvements 2, scientist training up to level 3. Go for it. Get that cheaper research going here as well. And let's add Bean to it as well. Let's begin. Cool. We'll get them upgraded and we'll make sure we get the T-Rex. We have time still. All right. While we're waiting the 3 minutes over here, I suppose, spend some time with some dinosaurs. I know this entire session has largely been management focused, and we haven't spent too much time with the dinosaurs themselves. But they seem to be doing quite well. I feel like we've received fewer warning notifications this session. You know, this guy. I always love the Triceratops. I don't know. I actually don't know why. I was gonna give a potential explanation. I don't know why. Probably because of the Land Before Time. The Land Before Time had a huge impact on some of my favorite dinosaurs. I mean, yes, obviously Jurassic Park is the go-to point of reference for what affected I think many of our, at least like I guess I could say my generation's fascination with dinosaurs. But there was plenty before that as well. And Land Before Time is, I think, at least primary among them. The first Land Before Time, not the other 20 or however many released eventually. The first one was a really nice movie. The first one was a really nice movie. I still have fond memories of that film. Or cartoon, I suppose I should say, technically. It still counts as a film. Still counts as a movie, obviously, but does it count as a film? I don't know. I don't know the technicality there. But it's a feature-length film, so I say yes. If you haven't seen it, yes, it's a little dated, obviously, but it is a great watch. It does get, I guess, a little dark at times. Don't want to give spoilers for those of you that haven't seen it. It does get a little dark at times, so, you know, ready for that. But a beautiful story, beautiful art, great characters, and truth be told, it was probably my first exposure to dinosaurs before Jurassic Park. And then Jurassic Park came out, and the rest is, as they say, history. I mean, now Jurassic Park is the first thing that comes to mind when I think about things with dinosaurs in them, or raptors. Ah, there we go. I was like, you never want to be in a raptor pen not knowing where the raptors are. And I just saw this guy creeping over. Oh, they look so good. Looks so good. Little claws and stuff. Man, I've been meaning to rewatch the movie for like the original Jurassic Park for quite some time now, and getting into this series has just like furthered that desire significantly. I'm just looking for the time to sit down with a movie properly. I want to watch it properly, you know, sit down, bag of popcorn, and just enjoy it. Don't get distracted by anything. We'll see. At some point, I'll get the chance. All right, a couple more seconds before the staff improvements will be made possible. Oh, you know what? While we're waiting, why don't we go ahead and we know we're going to need it, so why don't we go ahead and place a ranger post down over here as well. We'll need a gate as well, right? We'll get the gate maybe like it's such a distance to go. We should get the gate like up over here or something, I suppose. Let's put you down over here, right in the middle. Go ahead and get the I always forget about the gate. Get the gate constructed over there, so we'll probably need it like over here. Sure. Yeah, easy enough. I don't think that's too bad. In fact, it's the most reinforced place right next to where the guests are going to be. And with staff upgrade research done, let's go ahead and get who upgrading what. So Pollard can go up to 4. Makabuya. Well, Bean is already upgraded logistics as far as it'll go, right? Uskar, let's go ahead and upgrade your logistics skill. All the way to 4. Again, each step increases the cost, right? But I think that's fine. Faster extraction. What about Kuri? Because Kuri has the cheaper research as well, right? So why don't we go ahead and train you. Confirm that. That should, I think, stack correctly if I have it right in my head. And if it doesn't, then too late now. Actually, it's not. We can always retrain. But there you go. Now we can finally go to the T-Rex. Okay, I'm glad I took a minute to try and figure out what was stopping us. So over to Frenchman Formation B. Let's send Kuri, Bean, and who else? Uskar, I suppose. Get that faster extraction as well. It'll take 2.5 minutes. Not too far away then. 3.4 million? Oh, Lord. What's life without risks? Let's do it. Watch, a storm comes through right now. Knowing my luck, that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, you know what's funny? Is I guess not. I was going to say, I bet you our coverage has dropped significantly, but actually it's not so bad. I was going to say, I bet you our coverage has dropped significantly because we've added all the path over here, even though it doesn't really lead to anything, but it seems like we're okay still. We're making decent money too, right? We're making decent money. Profits, all right. Upkeep costs are a little high. What are you going to do? We maybe a little prematurely established all the facilities over here, and of course the increase in salaries isn't helping either. Trying to figure out what I could do to get more guests coming through. What could I do to actually get more guests coming through? Rather than just having guests be happy, have more of them actually come through. I wonder if maybe some reconfiguration is in order to get some more, some better profit margins, I suppose. Like over here, you know, the photo booth is not really pulling its weight. If we replace that, let's see, we're at 14 right now. 14.8. I guess nothing really makes a difference in the positive direction because we need a little bit of interest from these guests, right? A little bit of interest from these guests. Okay, what about the Waffles 9 over here? Oh, we could probably improve this. We're 8.7 right now. Can go up to 11. Sure, let's get the water feature in here. Come on. Not showing me the numbers. There we go. Yeah, let's go for it. It costs more to run, but it also nets a bigger income, I suppose, right? We can get the skeleton display instead. Makes no difference because these guys are both above. I mean, I guess the luxury guests are more likely, are more often here, so sure, water feature it shall be. There, make some more money for me. Take a look at Hats 13. These guys' needs are all met, it seems, so why would I add anything else here? Is again what I mean. It's a little prescriptive, right? A little formulaic, I suppose. Alright. Fair enough. Looks like this guy's working optimally. We could take a look down over here. I mean, money's already looking fine. We've regained part of what we lost. Oh, we could add something here for our... what is this? It's not adventure guests. I forget what it is. I forget what they're called. Swap to the aquarium. Make 4K more a pop, it looks like. Yeah, sure. Let's get the aquarium in there. Good stuff. Over here. Need something for these guys. Swap the ice cream parlor out, perhaps. Go from 11 to 13 if we go with the fossil display. 14 I thought I saw with the skeleton display. Sure. Sure. Nearly 15. Profit, I mean, is what I'm looking at. And stuffed toys 12 before we go back to this expedition over here. Because again, extracting the fossils and stuff, it'll all cost money. It'll all cost money. Let's get rid of extra shelves perhaps and instead get the fossil display, I think. Yeah. Adds a decent chunk of money. Alright, good stuff. I mean, I'll take it. Almost at 1 million already. Let's take a look at these fossils and hope we've got something valuable here. What do we have? 6. Nice. Another 6 on this one as well. Okay, why don't we do this? Let's go ahead and get the 6 off you. We can get 180 plus another 80 off of these guys, right? And then we'll need to do another round that gives us another 6 over here. The other option, of course, is to upgrade this building again, but that is maybe a little expensive. And I also don't think we have the option to without doing some more research, right? Yeah, fair enough. So let's go ahead, view fossils, and get these guys going, right? Yep. Assign who? Faster extraction from Oscar. Take a minute, or he needs a break. Go ahead and give him one. We have the money for it. We're not super busy right now, so now's the time, I think, to do it. Rest you up. Good stuff. Extraction will be done soon. Hopefully we'll cross that 1 million threshold when the time comes. I didn't actually catch how much the fossils are costing us. There'll be another round of that same expense before we go to the hatchery, right? And I'm ready for that to be about 1 million or so. I'm going to go ahead and add to Ranger Team 2. These guys are going to Ranger Post 1 and 5. That's 1 and 5, and they'll take care of Ranger Post 6 as well. And that way we have 2 teams, basically one taking care of this section and another taking care of this section. And we'll see who ends up, I think the ones who are taking care of this section will take care of the enclosure over here, and the ones that are taking care of this section will take care of the enclosure over here if we end up with 2 more enclosures. At least 1 more, right, with the sauropods, but if we end up with 2 more, maybe even 3 more, actually, if we expand down this way. We'll see. We'll play by ear, but I'm liking this split responsibility. I think it's working out nicely enough. Goats come out. Many of you have pointed out, by the way, that you prefer to do both live feed and carnivore feeders in your enclosures when you have carnivores, because evidently the live prey feeder doesn't work sort of consistently when you have too many dinosaurs. And too many there is a term I'm using loosely because we don't have too many dinosaurs there. We have... Like, it's not like they're overcrowded or anything, but we have more than a pair, so I guess the game's having a hard time reconciling that. I'm not sure how else to put it. It's a little funky, but hey, as long as we've got a solution, fair enough, right? As long as we've got a solution. Oh, this is actually... We're not going to have a viable genome. We're not going to have a viable genome here. Okay, fair enough. So why don't we go ahead and go on another expedition first? We're at 1.4 million. That's not going to be enough, eh? That's not going to be enough. We need 2 million at the very least. We could go back to Frenchman Formation B, but it does take a bit more money. Might go to the States for our next expedition. It's nice to go to Canada for the first one, but I'm open for any location for every follow-up. 2 million, though. I mean, it's... let's speed time up a little bit. Take some time for us to get there, I think. Fortunately, these improvements are going to help us. We could take a look over here as well. There might be room for improvement. Guys seem to be doing okay. Again, we don't need everything, right? We can potentially even reduce. Oh, I guess not. Can I swap something out over here? Oh yeah, I can bring this down to TVs instead of infotainment, reducing our cost, increasing our profits. Sure, let's do that. And perhaps the skeleton display doesn't need to be a skeleton display, but instead can be what? We're looking at 29076. Looks like we should keep it as it is. Fair enough. Fair enough. What about the cheap burgers here? Swap something out, perhaps. The skeleton display could be instead maybe a fountain. No, 27498 is what we're looking at. Fossil display, fish tank. Looks like the skeleton display is the right call here. All right, worth checking, right? It's worth checking. Fair enough. We're at 2 million. Good stuff. I'm not about to get our our account down to 20k. We'll wait a little bit longer. We'll send the expedition out when we're at maybe 2.5 million at the very least. Maybe 2.3 if I'm impatient enough, which I may very well be, I'll be honest with you. How are we looking as far as appeal is concerned? Things are looking pretty good, actually. 64%. Almost at 4 full stars over here. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Dinosaur infamy. I mean, these guys want to see dinosaurs that, like, get into fights and stuff. Pores, lagoons, gyrospheres. Well, some of those aren't options. Nature guys, dinosaur comfort, viewing platforms, innovation centers. I'm just wondering what I want to try and, like, attract more of. You know, should I get more hotels down just to get more luxury guests coming through? Hard to say. It looks like some of our coverage has taken a hit because of the extension over here. It's finally starting to count, but I don't think it's affecting our appeal just quite yet. I don't think too many guests are coming. Oh, some guys are coming down over here. Why would you do such a thing? Why would you do such a thing? Like, do you not get like a map of the park when you get in here? Storm warning. Oh, perfect timing. Perfect timing. All right, where are we? Where are we? Go ahead and open all shelters. Let's get the capture team going after these raptors. Tranquilize them, and actually after we trank them, we can pick them up and drop them off, as was suggested in the comments, to try and wake them up sooner rather than later. Trank them, go ahead and trank these guys too. That's task slots full, fair enough. This timing is very unfortunate. This timing is very unfortunate. Because, we need to make money. We're low on cash, no power. I deserve that. Small power station has been damaged. Alright. Go ahead and get you repairing this over here quickly now. Pull back and repair this afterwards. Fortunately, we have our backup generators kicking in, and we actually have our second generator, and in fact our third generator down over here getting some work done as well. So that's all well and good. Let's go ahead and trank. Maybe we don't need to, actually. Fences are holding up. Yeah, fences are holding up, so that's good. Park rating and profit drop by 12% this month. Jeez. I mean, profit dropping makes sense. We did spend a lot of money, so that's fine. But the rating dropping like that? That's wild. Oh, you know, it was a substation that took damage, so we wouldn't even be able to do anything about that. It's not like you can do storm defense for them. Those all shelters. That was a short-lived storm. Yeah, see? So the storm defense wouldn't have helped us. We gotta repair you. What else do we need to repair? Nothing down here. Nothing up over here seems to be problematic. What's going on here? Not even telling me. Emergency bunkers. Are they slowly opening, or what's... Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep an eye out on that. In the meanwhile, let's make sure these raptors are woken up. They're not just laying there. Come on now. Scoop them up. Drop them off. Scoop you up. Drop you off. Scoop you up and drop you off as well. Alright, good stuff. Excellent tips coming through in the comments, as I always say. Like I said, I do keep an eye on them. Didn't take that much of a hit to our appeal or anything. That's not too bad. 2.5 mil. You know what? Let's do it. What's life, as I said, without risks? We just had a storm. What are the chances another one comes through right afterwards, right? What are the chances? 2 million's what we need over here. Go ahead. Faster expedition with Bean. Get Kuri coming up as well. And let's get... Ooh, Pollard in here, sure. Got the task. 2 million it'll cost. And we need to get some rest for some of our scientists as well. Uskar in particular feeling a little bothered. Just a little exhausted. That'll be good. Not sure what this is about.
Asset transportation in progress.
Because you're
Asset has
open.
been transported.
You had a shelter. Is it just warning us that we don't have shelter coverage? Or...
Asset has been delivered.
Because all the bunkers are open. Or closed, I should say. So we should be fine. I just don't know what that warning is. Alright, fair enough. It is what it is, I suppose. What are we doing over here? These guys are all up and running. Yep. Literally in this case. Oh god. He's making a break for it. Go, go, go. I love it. Ah, I love that animation so much. This guy totally has an escape right now. If he wanted to get out of here, he 100% could, but opted not to. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Excellent. Alright, 700k. Still looking alright. That expedition will hopefully be back soon. in about 1 minute. 800k. I hope it comes back with a bit of money-making, like some money-making fossils as well. It would be nice to get that T-Rex out, you know? It would be nice to get that T-Rex out. What a beauty. Look at the scars and stuff, though. A little self-conscious. A little self-conscious. This guy's just been kind of like hanging out here. No. This is not the same dinosaur. Oh, how beautiful though. Just wading through the shallow water here, backlit like this. Man, they've really done a gorgeous job, haven't they? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing. All right, expedition complete. Let's take a look at these fossils over here. We got... Oh, why you do this to me, game? Why you do this to me? Don't have enough slots to do 2 at the same time. Will have to be 2 separate jobs, taking 2 minutes each. All right, fine. Let's go ahead and get at least some money back, I suppose. Really not the optimal spread of fossils, eh? Work a bit more on the Triceratops, I suppose. Sure. Go ahead and assign Usker for the faster extraction. It'll take a minute. It's not too bad. Really isn't too bad. I shouldn't be that bummed out about it. But now I'm more concerned about maybe we should get that upgrade, right? We can get these guys researching a bit faster. Go ahead and rack the speed up a little bit, just because there's only so much management we can do while we wait, right? Jurassic World, no, Jurassic Park, thank you very much. Okay with the colors. I like Jurassic Park. Go with you over here. Jurassic Park, thank you. Okay, we could do some more customization, I suppose. It's something. I'll wait for fossil extraction to be completed. Go ahead and get the next set of 6. There we go. That'll make them a viable genome. And do we have anybody else we can add in here? I guess the Dinosaurs. Makes sense because we don't have any of them, so we will be chasing them a little bit, right? Go ahead and get Usker back in here. Takes like no time for him to get this research done, so that's good. To get the extraction done, rather, I should say. It'll be, what, a minute? Yeah, roughly. What was I doing? Right, I was customizing some of these guys. To what end? Question. Rock planters, lights and planters. Ooh, I like that. That's nice. Skulls features is nice. What about, actually, the washrooms can't be customized too much, can they? Guess not. Fair enough. That's too bad. Imagine like a giant, I don't know, T-Rex mouth or something that you're walking into to use the wash. I don't know. There's options. There's options. All right, new viable genome. There's the T-Rex. I could, if I have the patience, which I think I do, could do a little bit more. Just gain access to a little bit more potential for adjustment, right? Usker, let's get you in there. That'll take another minute, and then we'll get a T-Rex going. Like I said, I was pretty hell-bent on getting it done this session. Looks like it's going to work out. We've had very few issues as far as dinosaur happiness is concerned. I'm pretty sure they're still getting their status checks and stuff. Oh. As I say, we had very few issues. We, of course, have some issues breaking out over here now. You okay or are you hurt? No, not injured, it looks like. Looking for water. There's plenty of it. Don't scare me like that, game. Cohabitation, still okay. Again, their comfort level is actually higher than it was when we first started this session, but they're all a little different each, right? They're all a little different each. Yeah, I wonder infamy. I wonder if do I really want to pursue... No. Again, some guests want the more aggressive animals, right? But looks like we've got the T-Rex available for synthesis. 73%, that's not too bad. Likes the Compsognathus. Alright, fair enough. Dislikes other carnivores, you don't say. We'll need live prey, need some sand, some water. I mean, of course, this is all expected. Minimum population of 1. Do we want to put 2 in? I think 1 should be fine. It'll cost almost $1 million to actually just synthesize. T-Rex 1993. Yeah, you bet it. You bet. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. I would like you to be... Well, I don't think social really matters, right? I suppose. If we're going to have just the 1 T-Rex, I think that's fine. Not stack too much on that. Tolerance, I suppose, doesn't matter either. Combat. I mean, let's make you resilient so we're not constantly dealing with, like, disease and things like that. And let's go ahead and make you long-lived as well, so you're not too quick to die. They'll be antisocial, they'll be intolerant, they'll be strong. Or rather, I should say there's a chance that they'll be all of these things. What I could do is I could maybe... No, you know what? Let's keep it this way. Let's keep it this way. Because I feel like if we're just going to have the 1 T-Rex, this is fine. If we end up with 2 T-Rexes, this might not be fine, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. My thinking is we could drop this to 50% and just try and make them a bit less likely to be antisocial. Sure, let's do that instead. Save and exit. Go ahead and assign the scientists. I do believe we have enough here. Yeah, we should be fine. So let's get Makubuya. Let's get Pollard, of course. And let's go ahead and get Oscar as well. Even faster. 1 minute 30 seconds. Get to it. Here we go. T-Rex is inbound. Oh man. This episode is definitely going to release a little late, so I apologize for the late release of this episode. But it's because we've gone on a little bit longer than usual. These Jurassic World Evolution 2 videos tend to go beyond their 1 hour mark, and I apologize for that for those of you that plan around an hour. But I find myself always at the end of the hour so close to some kind of accomplishment or the other that that I feel almost like, oh, you know, what's a couple minutes more? And that couple minutes more becomes a handful of minutes more, so on and so forth. We're so close to the T-Rex. We're so close to the T-Rex, right? It'd feel almost like a cliffhanger to end it now. It's almost unfair to end it now. You know what I should do, though? I should probably research the higher grade fence, right? I should probably research the higher grade fence. Can I research the higher grade fence? I can. 500k is pretty expensive. Okay. Something to think about. It doesn't require a power source, which is good, actually. Won't drain as much energy. Something to think about. T-Rex batch is complete. Go ahead, and I wish you could click on these. We've got 2 viable eggs. One's... Oh, geez. Okay, I know which one we're going with. One is aggressive, antisocial, and intolerant. The other one is just intolerant. Plus 30% chance to attack ranger teams. They'll be fine. Reduced cohabitation limit. They'll be fine. Do we actually not have enough skill? Seems to be the case. We don't have enough medical skill, I guess, is what it is. 13 is what we need. Issa has 6. We can go ahead and make that to 7, or welfare, I guess is what it actually is. Confirm that. Bean. Who can go higher here? Makubuya, let's train you. But we need 13, eh? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... 13? It seems foolish. I'd rather get genetics higher over here. But he's the only one who already has 1. Alright. Again, we can't actually adjust it after the fact. It is what it is. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Select eggs. Let's go ahead and get insufficient funds. Yeah, do we like this game? Come on, 1.9 million. So close. Dead dinosaur of old age, I assume? Yeah. Go ahead and take care of that. We'll need to get some new raptors soon as well. We're low on raptors. I believe we only have the 1 now. That is something to keep in mind. I love when they just kind of like park themselves in the way like this. For me, this is like one of the funniest things to see. Oh god, can you imagine? Oh my god, can you imagine? Who needs an aggressive dinosaur when you get that experience here instead? Oh my goodness. That is terrifying. This guy's like the least bit bothered. He's like, can you guys be quiet? I'm trying to rest here. That guy's not having any of it. Oh my god. Oh my god. What an experience. We got the Triceratops over here freaking out as well, it looks like. They're not having a good time. not sure what happened here. Everybody was kind of just not having a good time for a moment. Alright. Another dead dinosaur, looks like. Oh, really? We have no more raptors. Oh, no.
Asset requiring collection.
We have no velociraptors. We're gonna have to get that T-Rex out ASAP, and okay, we have the Apatosaurus, but I feel like this space is already so crowded, it would be unfair to the dinosaurs that are already out there. We could just discard the eggs and focus on the velociraptors instead, right? That is an option. That is an option. How much do you cost again? 1.9 million. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. We're so close, but folks, you know what? I hate to do it. I really didn't want to. But I feel like to get to 1.9 and beyond might take just a little bit too long here. Alright, let's try. I'm gonna give this a couple more minutes. Because I don't want episodes to start becoming, you know, 3-hour endeavors. This is how I get caught out. Okay, 1.9 is not that far away at triple speed. Okay, we'll be fine. I really didn't want to end this in like a cliffhanger or like a haha gotcha. I said we'd get the T-Rex with and we didn't. I don't like doing that. There are times when it's fun, but there are times when it's not. And to be so close, it feels unfun. At least that's my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. I can course correct accordingly. I'll wait until we're at what, 2 million? That'll leave us with 100K. And hopefully a storm won't come through, because if a storm comes through, then oh god, we're in so much trouble. We're in so much trouble. This park tour, by the way, let's actually watch it since we're waiting for money to collect. Yeah, it's got a very small, like, spot to view right over here. But I think that's kind of fitting, really. I think that's kind of fitting. I'm not going to spend money on terraforming right now because that does cost money. Yeah, we're almost at 2 million over here. Nothing to check out over here, but he still comes out for a snack, I guess, for a little picnic. And this alert hasn't gone away, which is, again, I'm not sure what it's telling me about. Everything seems to be okay. Not sure what the problem is. Alright, T-Rex. Let's select this egg for incubation. Assign scientists. Everyone's been upgraded appropriately. Faster incubation. Don't mind if I do. Go ahead and get Makubuya in here as well, of course. And Uskar to cap it off. 1.9 million. Well, it's closer to 2 million, truth be told. Let's do it. We'll be fine. We've recovered from worse. We'll be fine. Almost at that 4-star rating as well. I quite like this space, actually. I think this has worked out nicely. It's not the cleanest curve over here because of the shift that happens, but it's I think it's quite nice. I think it's quite nice. I just hope this is enough space for the T-Rex. For one T-Rex, I think it will be. For one T-Rex, I think it is. Another dead dinosaur. Which one now? Of old age, I assume? Yeah, of old age. Again, I'm okay with him dying of old age. That's only natural. But we are going to play catch-up soon, right? I gotta remember we need some Velociraptors next session. You know what I should probably concern myself with? Is a Velociraptor genome. I think we have a decent bit of Velociraptor genome, so we can customize them a bit more. But maybe we send out another expedition to get some more raptor fossils to perfect them. And make sure they're a bit more resilient and likely to survive, and maybe more interesting to look at as well. Probably not a terrible idea, right? Almost done here. Another 40 seconds. We're going at triple speed, though, of course. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, the only, like, issues today were the dead dinosaurs that all died of old age. So you can't really complain about that, really. I think we did quite well. I'd say we did quite well. You guys they're doing okay. Dinosaur ready to release. Alright. One real quick sec over here. Just want to check these guys before I forget. Yeah, that's what it was. I knew there was something. I do this. At least be somewhat profitable from negative to positive. Sure, I'll take it. Otherwise, this one's just costing us money. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. The sun's also up, which has worked out quite nicely. But folks, it is time for the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh god, security 6. Ooh, okay. Might need to consider that. Okay. Wait. What?
It's the gates. All the gates are open.
Do something! Quickly!
This is bad. The dinosaurs have access to the entire park. And to the guests.
Is this a malfunction? A problem somewhere in your security code?
We're trying to get as much information as possible.
I don't understand all those damn lines and numbers. And programmers don't get me started.
It appears to be sabotage. Perhaps an inside attack. We need to get the guests to the emergency shelters.
Yes, of course.
Our first priority is to get the animals back to the enclosures.
It should be the safety of our guests by opening up our emergency shelters.
With one, we get the other. Agreed?
All right.
I agree.
Then see to it. Don't let our dream, my dream, be lost to history. Save the dinosaurs, save the guests, and save Jurassic Park.
Wow. All right, fair enough. I suppose oh,
Well, even with a few minor setbacks, Jurassic Park is thriving. This is in spite of the fact that there are those who would wish to see us fail.
Or take our dinosaurs and our science for their own.
What people experience at Jurassic Park is beyond calculation. Of that, there can be no doubt. Still, I think we can go higher and exceed our own expectations.
We'll get the numbers up in attendance. More guests should improve our ratings.
Yes, as will a higher species count.
Together, we've brought dinosaurs into this world. Now, let's bring the world to the dinosaurs.
all right. Beautifully said. So I'm pretty sure that gate sabotage is a part of is a scripted event. I don't think we had any scientist who was actually that upset, right? We were doing a pretty good job. I mean, yes, Asgard is upset, but they're not that upset, not just quite yet. They have one more task we can send them on before they start sabotaging anything, before the chance of them sabotaging anything comes up. So I'm pretty sure that's a scripted event, and also that would explain why there was obviously a whole back and forth with regards to that. I mean, fortunately, I was going to say, fortunately, we have no raptors to worry about, which still applies, but it looks like their gate wasn't sabotaged because there are no carnivores in here, or there are no dinosaurs in there at all. Looks like anywhere that there are dinosaurs has been sabotaged, but fair enough. The only ones I guess I'm really concerned about are the Dilophosauruses, sorry. What was I saying? We get the shelters open. We should be fine. We should be fine. Get the tranks out. Shelters open. The T-Rex, I'm a little concerned about. Level 6 security is what we need, so I don't know if these fences will hold them back. But, man, I gotta say, that roar is just unbeatable as far as sound effects are concerned. That roar is just glorious. Absolutely glorious. But, folks, the T-Rex is out. Unfortunately, it sounds like it'll be out in more ways than we intended when we released it, but that is a trouble for another time. Folks, this is what we're calling it. I hope you enjoyed this session. I certainly did. I think things went rather smoothly. I think we've sort of picked up our momentum and got a rhythm going. Things are feeling pretty good. I think we've done quite well for ourselves. And once we're past this hump, Jurassic Park will be like it never was before. Folks, if you had a good time, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As I mentioned at the beginning of this session as well, if you've been really enjoying this series, you might want to consider becoming a channel member or patron as well. Again, links to both of those are in the description down below. Looking forward to the next session, folks. I hope you are as well. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.